Okay, go. So, hi, I'm Olivier Cochard Labbé. I'm working for Netflix. I will show you something, a feature that was committed long time ago, but the developers are very development focused. So when they commit, on their commit message are very technical on. This is interesting, an interesting example. Initially, I'm a network engineer. I like looking the FreeBSD commit list with just a log one line, and just reading a lot of just the title of the commit. So if you see the title here, new P file, KPI together with, what does that mean? I have no idea. So I try to read all the commit message. On the last chapter, is interesting. Another future feature. There is something about performance on, yeah, perhaps there's something interesting here. But as a PF firewall manager admin, it's okay. There's something here, but I don't know what. A few months later, Drew, he commits something on the Mellanox driver. On the title, okay, he enables a new P file. Yeah, but what's exactly how to use it? What's that? On the commit message, the last chapter, this is quite very interesting. He's explaining me how to filter at high speed some using a firewall to high speed filtering by using a tune driver on dropping at very, very early stage. And this is a feature we are using at Netflix on our OCA server. So the driver we are using mainly, Mellanox, Chelsio, iflib for Intel, and VTNet for the lab. We're already ready for use this feature since a long time now. And what's the benefit? Let's check. Okay, this was a very, very basic lab I made when they were developing. So just a simple example. So I have two packet generator. I have just one box. I'm using this box as a router here on the middle. On the last side is just a packet receiver rate. I will use two setup, a standard IPFW setup with a table which deny a table of a list of non-packet. I will say non-source IP address. You can use any toolings to fill automatically this table regularly. But because on this use case it's like a router, I don't care about technically. It's not a firewall; it's a router in this use case. Or for the Netflix use case, it's a HTTP server. So which means I don't need a firewall at the output side. I want to take care about the input attack I could receive. So I disable the IPFW on the output side from the IPv4 or IPv6. Then I'm using, I will say, okay, let's try to have fun. I will generate 20 million packets per second of legitimate packet. And I will measure what's the rate on my receiving side. And then I will start generating a DDoS, which means 40 million packets per second. Why? Because 20 plus 40, it's 60 million. It's a maximum of a 40 gigabyte NIC card. And then I can start have fun. So this is an example. It's a few years. So I have only a 40 million packet per second generator at this time. So this is when I start generating legitimate 20 million packet per second, and I'm increasing the dose rate. So the blue line is a standard IPFW filter software. On the red line, the best one, is when you ask the pfill on the NIC level very early. So you can see that you can drop, I will say, 40 million packets per second, and it's still able to correctly, I will say. You have some lost, but it's quite okay, I will say, for receiving 40 million packets per second just for one server. And this is quite old. It's only 16 core, so yeah, it's quite full. So we are trying with Chelsio. So yeah, this is the Chelsio. You see, we are seeing a big benefit on the Chelsio card. So the red one is a good one. And this is a shame because it's a very great feature, but very, very bad communication about that. So this is but the best feature was the older hardware we have. Oh, it's I say it's 5 years I made this bench. So it was still very old server, old 10 gigabyte, and we can see some quite large improvement. So it means that if you have, yes, public-faced internet server, with this kind of feature, it's quite very, very interesting to have a quite big high packet rate of DDoS feature, stuff like that. I think that's it for my slide. Oh, yes, we are hiring. Just Netflix.com, you can go to the search, you type FreeBSD or OpenConnect and try to, that's it. I have time, I think, so do you have some question about this use case? Can you raise your hand who is aware of this IPFW feature? Okay, so I'm not the only one not understanding the commit message. I'm happy, yeah. Okay, yeah, so you were not aware. So question? Yes?
Do we have this in here?
No. Christoph, why Christoph? He's not here. No. But I think, I don't know, I'll let Christoph answer the question to Chris. Another question? Yes?
Yeah, Melanex 7.
What?
The Melanex 7 card. You got a Melanex 4 card you're talking about?
Yeah.
What about the number 7?
Number 7? What do you mean, number 7?
It's a
Ah!
400 gig.
Okay. I didn't know. We are using them, but I will. I don't have data about it. I don't want to talk about it right now. It's a good stuff. Other question? Okay, just for information, the Chelsio, it's like the tools called 6GB tools, and you can configure the TCAM. So Chelsio NIC have a quite powerful ASIC, and you can configure the TCAM of the Chelsio to have like the same line rate feature too. The problem, if you are doing that, you are bound to Chelsio, and this is something we didn't want. This is why we are trying to pushing software-only generic solution. But Chelsio is a problem. Chelsio, same problem. To being able to find some documentation about how to configure, how to use a 6GBU tool, it's not easy. So that's it for me. Next one.